guys, welcome into another 164 custom diecast video. I'm going to show you a couple things here, my results of my shopping trip this morning, as well as a little bit of work that I'm doing here on the table today. But hope you're having a great day, hope you're having a godly day, and so let's get right into this, okay? So what I did, and I just kind of sit back here and relax as I do this video. But what I did was I went to hit a Target. So I can't remember which one off the top of my head mentioned Target, but I went ahead and hit the Target nearest me, and I struck gold at the Target. So let me show you what I got. So they had 6 cars, and again, I bought every one of them. And so let me just show you real quick what I picked up, what they had. And, Wave 11, more Wave 11. So a couple Kevin Harvicks, and I think that's what I'm seeing, right? So there's 9 total cars in Wave 11, and the Harvick car seems to be the one that shows up twice. So they deliver, I guess, 10 cars to a store, and there's 2 Harvicks and 8 other ones. But that's what I got, 2 Harvicks sitting on the shelf, and no reason to save for the last. Another Ty Gibbs Supra bites the dust, right? Diecast buffet. So yeah, another one of these. Love having these Supras, just awesome. So got that, and then I'll just show you real quick, right? No reason to go one by one. Here's the other 3 that I picked up: Eric Jones, Alex Bowman, and another Kyle Busch Ethel M. And so yeah, that is what I picked up this morning at Target. Now, sure, it's not the same price as Walmart. The Target where I'm at sells these for $5.99 a piece, so it's $1.05 more than what I get at the Walmart. But I can't complain, right? I can't complain. I'm happy with that. So yeah, let me know if you guys are seeing any Wave 12s. Like I said yesterday, I really want to get some Wave 12s. And so we'll just see. We'll just keep shopping. Planning on a Tuesday night, a long night Tuesday night, and try to get some Wave 12s. And we'll see. Hopefully, I can find them at Walmart as opposed to Target. But yeah, I'm not really a Target person. They seem to be just a little bit more expensive than Walmart across the board on pretty much everything that I look at. So, all right. I'm going to transition the video once again from this view down to what I'm working here on the table. So give me just a second as I do that. Hold on. All right, so just a little bit of a distant shot here as I move closer to the table. But I wanted to show you just real quick, just kind of FYI. So one kind of interesting thing that I like to do is just have like a candle going from time to time. Walmart sells these little mainstay candles in this type of environment for $3 and I think 97 cents. So it's $4. I don't know. It just gives a nice little fragrance as I'm working. Got my lemon water with some stevia going, and if you can hear in the background, I got a little For Him playing. That's one of my favorite YouTube I guess music kind of videos. Not really a video, but it is music. And so it's like For Him. They have Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and it's just like an hour and 15, 20 minutes of For Him song after song, and so I love it. So you might hear a little bit of that in the background. So that's what I've got going on, guys. Okay, here's what I'm working for Joey, right? So Joey does some designs for me, and our deal is, hey, I make him a custom, and he does a design for me. And this particular deal, he wants this J.J. Yaley number 51 Nurtec ODT as a die-cast body and chassis. And so you can see I've got it painted the nice purplicious color. Got a little pre-paint along here. I did a little pre-paint along this side here where this light blue intersects, so I can try to mask any transition problems from this to the side decal. but we'll see. I hope I didn't get a little too thick there. It might be a problem. I hope not. But yeah, I am very happy with the way this is turning out so far. So Joey, I hope you like it. And yeah, it's coming along really well, really well. The one concern I have a little bit is this JB Weld holding up well with this strong and heavy metal chassis on the bottom here. But so far, so good. Did that last night, let it sit overnight, and so I think we're in good shape. Shouldn't have any problems with that separating. I don't think Joey's playing with this stuff. You can tell us, Joey, if you play with these and smash them up, crash them around, or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, my guess is that you probably have a collection and you take good care of it, and you're saving it for, I don't know. I don't. Why do we collect things, right? That's a great question. Why do we collect things? It definitely makes us feel good. It scratches that itch that we have to, as a little kid, to have a nice, cool collection that maybe one day might have some value financially if we ever wanted to, sell it or whatever. But yeah, I'm curious. If you guys are collectors, I'm curious why you collect, right? Put in the comments below why you collect diecast. I did, for my favorite driver, just because I think I just wanted to have a memory of these cool paint schemes, right? Just exciting to have that collection, to be able to look at it, just to, have a little pride and maybe having something that other people don't have, that kind of thing. But yeah, curious about what you guys think about that. So I can already see I'm going to have to go back, and so I got a little over rambunctious with my pre-paint, and so you can see a little bit of blue there. What I'm going to do is I'll get the purplicious, and I'll go back and cover that up so that's not showing through there. But yeah, just a little example of being careful when you pre-paint. You got to make sure that you don't screw it up, and that's exactly what I kind of did there. Is I got a little bit too much and went out of bounds here, right on this little corner. So I'll get a little purple, cover that up once this all dries, and be super careful not to get any on here, and make that look a lot better. So. All right, so that's that. Got that back on. Let's try this larger piece here. I see a fuzzy or something in my water. That's weird. I did notice the best way to move this stuff, because it doesn't seem to want to move when I grab it with this thing. But if I get my finger wet a little bit, I can it slides around a little bit better. Oh, that looks good. I like this. Really like the way this look. Okay, a little bit too much water here. I've had the decal sitting in the water for, I would say 10 minutes. So if you're tracking with that, I don't think there's a problem with these decals being in water for an extended period of time. They just don't really have a problem being submersed for so long. Yeah, I mean, maybe hours might be a problem. I don't know. I've never tried that. But at the end of the day, I don't think if we run into problems with decals, I don't think it's because they sit too long in the water. So, yeah. You go back here a little bit. I'm a little bit too far forward. Oops, not that far back. All right, get up here. So you can see how, obviously you want to put this on first. And then there's this piece that comes up here. And so we'll get this in the water now. And then you kind of connect the dots, right? Wow. I'm seeing a decent amount of water behind that 51. Definitely don't want that to be as smooth as possible. And my brush just doesn't seem to be getting it out. Okay. All right. Okay, so on this Nurtec ODT side piece, I don't know if you can see, but I have cut little edges in that top side of that thing. Let's see if I can get close enough for this. So I've cut lines from the top down in between the letters. Can you see that? See the little ridges there? And so sometimes when I do that, and I go to lift it off of the backing paper onto here, it'll fold up on itself. And I had that question, I can't remember who asked that question, but I had that question, what do you do? And yeah, that's a bad thing to have happen, to be honest with you. And so, one of the ways that you can get away from doing that is, here, let me get this loosed up here, or at least, broken free from the backing paper, a little bit easier to slide off. One of the ways that you can keep it from folding up on itself is, instead of grabbing it here and lifting it off the backing paper and bringing it over here, you kind of bring it right up on the car, right, like that. And then, since I already kind of broke it free, it should slide down a little bit easier. And it's not. So let me just get it a little bit wet. And then you just kind of slide it ever so slowly off of the backing paper right onto the surface of the car. Like so. And then you kind of, when you're like halfway or so, then you kind of lift this off. And then you've got success. And then you can kind of slide it around now. Got a lot of water there. But that will, because again, as you're trying to pull it from here up to here, sometimes it'll fold over on itself. And if you work that technique, what I just showed you, it can save you from it being a problem for you. Or at least more of a problem than you already have with regularly working these things, right? So, well, somebody's calling me. I'll have to call them back, as I'm not taking calls during my video. Actually, I'm curious if my music's going to turn back on right after that caller hangs up. So, yeah, it did. That's cool. Okay, so let's see. I want to go a little bit higher because I want this. This is supposed to butt up against the window, like so. Okay. And that's the advantage of cutting little slits down into these letters, is this T, right? It's a little higher up. The end's a little higher up. It'll fold over nicely over the ridge of this side here. And then I cut little ridges over here above the ODT as well, so that I could get this to lay nice and smooth. Because if you don't do that, inevitably you'll have a little bit of the clear back, the clear decal paper just kind of sticking up, right? And it'll create little pockets of air, and it just won't look right. And so this to me gives a nice high quality finish. And I didn't need any microsole. It's already soft enough and everything. So yeah, I'm happy with that. That looks pretty good. Okay, so this has been in there long enough. So let's see how this looks. Getting this piece here. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I tell you what, that's a nice design. Whoever did that, that worked out nicely. It fits in nice with that corner. I don't have any seams. It is a problem, you know. I mean, honestly, when you've got decals on the side that have to line up with something on the roof or on the hood here, it doesn't always work out very well. But that is sweet. That works out really nice. Very happy with that. That's cool. Very nice. Well done, designer. I like it. Okay. Let's get these in the water. And then let's cut out this other. You can see how I've kind of already cut out some. Here, let me do this, see if I can get that. Separate this stuff out. let me tell you, guys, I did a little experiment on myself the last week. Just share this with you, what you think is interesting, what I think is interesting. I had eaten a lot of food over about a 3 or 4 day period of time. And it was just like no discipline. I was just throwing it in, okay? And I don't know, you just got into a little bit of a funk, with that. And I woke up and I said, you know what? I'm done. And I said, I am not going to eat any food for a few days. I'm just done, right? And so, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not recommending anything, but I'm just sharing, right? I was just mentally, I just needed a break. Spiritually, maybe, just needed to just fast. And so it wasn't planned other than I woke up and I said, I'm done. And so I didn't eat any food for 3 days. I had coffee and I had a soda. I had things to drink, right? But I just didn't want any food. I just wanted a complete break from food. And I have a little scale. I weighed myself, and it was very interesting. Over those 3 days, I lost. Let's see, how many did I lose? I lost 8 pounds. And I'll be honest with you guys, I felt so much better. I wasn't like overly hungry because I was still, drinking and stuff. I did have a protein shake a couple days over those 3 days, but I just needed a break from food, mentally, spiritually, and it was great. It was absolutely great. I'm just curious if you guys have ever done that. I think there's reasons why, the scriptures talk about fasting and, obviously for spiritual reasons, but just from a physical standpoint, not having food for 3 days was an absolute blessing. Of course I had to, I was going to start eating again at some point, right? So not only did I lose 8 pounds, I've gained, I think, 3 back since then. But it was just a blessing to just wake up and be like, okay, I don't have to worry about food today. So what else am I going to tackle? Right. So I had work to do, and some other things around the house that I was, able to focus on. And, I am, at the ripe old age of 52, I am really interested in doing some weird things like that, where, I change my diet in such a way just to see what happens for a few days, right? And to see how it impacts my body, hopefully in a positive way. But anyways, I don't know. I'm just thinking here, doing this video, thinking that might be something that would interest you guys. And if you've ever tried anything like that before, I've fasted before. I've done like a 1 day, 2 day fast. And that's been good for spiritual reasons and stuff like that. But from I just, of course I was 8 pounds lighter, but I felt lighter. I felt better. And I don't know, I was like, you know what? I got to do this more often. I don't think I have to be, beholden to, having 3 meals a day and, never skipping a meal, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, thought that might be of interest to you guys as I share that with you. So as that sits in the water, this is the Gravedigger car that I finished decaling last night. Very happy with this. The problem area on this car, on these cars, these Gravedigger cars, is inevitably right here. So getting this decal to lay smooth with no creases over this rear fender. And it's, I use microsole, a lot of patience. I use my fingers and I use my brush. And I think I'm real happy with the way that turned out. And so that was good on that side. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gotta be careful here. It's a little bit heavier car than what I'm used to dealing with. And same thing here. Working this right around here, trying to get that to lay nice and smooth. You have to trim the top part of the decal off right here and along here so it doesn't go up on the window. But yeah, this is the trouble area when you're working this particular paint scheme. So, but yeah, very happy with this and how this turned out. I'll be sealing that up and listing that tomorrow is my plan. So, all right, let me show you what else I've done. And yesterday was a relatively productive day. So I'm trying something a little bit different with this beard oil car. And what I'm doing is I painted it white, and then I'm going to tape it off and paint black, because I want this white to stand out really strong. So I want to put these white decals over top of a white surface instead of a black surface. So I've already kind of, you can see, got started on that. So my plan is once this all dries, I'm going to tape this area off, paint this black, and go from there. So yeah, that's what I'm working on that one. Got this Godel painted. This is the Valspar blue, and it's still a little tacky. It definitely is. It takes a little bit longer to dry, but I pre-painted these posts black, so that's done. But yeah, I like to do that sometimes before I put the windows in. And I got all this stuff painted on there. Got these painted around the edges. Did that last night. It was a relatively productive day yesterday from a hobby perspective. Got this detailed in there, and got that painted and that done there, that piece. So for all these, really. Okay, so here's the Ricky Stenhouse Kroger, and got this brilliant blue, and I got that pre-painted. Now what I like to do here is, before I put all the pieces in here, I pre-paint white. So I'm going to paint this all white back here, so that again I'm laying the white decals over top of a white body. And I don't really spray it, I just use my paint pen, and because it doesn't really matter, these decals covered up pretty well any imperfections or in the paint or inconsistencies in the paint. But yeah, so I'll do that probably later today once that gets a little bit drier. Not much pre-painting on these black ones here. On this Craig Kinzer truck, I did again want to put the white decals over top of a white surface, so I painted and then painted this with the deep blue Rust-Oleum. So that's on its way. Hey guys, I've run out of time. God bless. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later.